What's going on, guys? Norm here. We're in the flavor lab, and what we're doing today, well, we're doing the surf and turf burger. Land and sea, guys. You know what I'm talking about. All right. So what this is going to be is we are going to do a bison and beef burger topped with lobster salad. The lobster salad is what you would find on a lobster roll, which is basically lobster mayonnaise, a little bit of something in there for crunch. And we're going to do the beef and the bison. I wanted to do a bison burger, but where bison is a little gamey, I like to mix it with beef and get kind of bring that down a little tiny bit, and it makes it just a really nice flavor. So what we're going to do to start is tell you exactly what we need. I have about a pound and a half of shelled lobster meat. I have a half a pound, sorry, these are all in bags so that my fridge wouldn't get wet. Half a pound of bison, half a pound of ground beef roughly, maybe a little bit more. We want 2 seasonings. We want that Maritime Madness garden herb seasoning. We want that Maritime Madness mighty mesquite seasoning. We're gonna need some mayonnaise, some lettuce, some tomato. I already used a little piece of this guy. A little bit of grainy mustard. And I don't have it in front of me, it's in the fridge, is a little bit of ketchup and a little bit of barbecue sauce. So when this is all done, we're gonna hit the top with a little tiny bit of that grainy mustard for a little extra acidity. And then we're gonna hit the bottom where we don't wanna go too heavy on barbecue sauce or ketchup, because this is gonna be, we don't wanna bring down the flavor of that lobster. We're just gonna make a little mixture of the two, just to give us a little coating on that bottom, just for a little tiny bit of added flavor to it. All right, we also need some pickled hot peppers. Now, usually I would use jalapenos, which I had in the fridge, but they grew mold, so I tossed them the fuck out because I ain't fuck with that. So we're gonna use some of the pickled hot peppers. I like these that I get at Costco because they still have some crunch, and that's what we're adding to this to give it a little tiny bit of heat, little tiny bit of crunch. All right, guys, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our lobster meat, we're gonna take our pickled hot peppers. We don't wanna use a ton of these. We're just gonna use a small little handful because we don't wanna overpower that beautiful lobster meat that we have. That should do fine. Now sometimes I will put onion in, or I'm hitting this with the Maritime Madness garden herb that has a little bit of onion powder and stuff in it, so we're not gonna do that. What we're gonna do is we are going to chop up those peppers. Basically wanna get like a dice on them. Get that in with our lobster. There we go. Again, we don't wanna overpower it. We just want them to become good friends. Next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take that garden herb, give that a little sprinkle. We probably want about a teaspoon of that in there. That's enough. Then we are gonna hit that with our mayonnaise. We don't wanna overdo it with the mayonnaise either. I probably got about a 1/4 cup in here. We just want it to hold together. Let's give that a shot. That's real good. A little tiny bit of heat from the peppers, a little tiny bit of acidity. That's real good. That's real good. I'm gonna get this into the fridge to mellow out for a little bit. Then we're gonna come back later and put the rest together, guys. Perfect. All right, guys, we're back. We got the lobster taken care of. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our bison and ground beef. So what I did is I had a little bit extra beef, so I got the fuck rid of it because I wanna do basically a half and half. We're gonna take our mighty mesquite here. We're gonna give that a little shake on. We wanna get the seasoning in it, but we don't wanna overwhelm it. So once we coat the top, we're just gonna take that and mix that in. So I'm just gonna work this in with my hand here until that seasoning is evenly distributed and the beef and the bison is mixed well. So if you have a KitchenAid, you could probably just put this in and have it beat the fuck out of the meat there for you, but I'm gonna save myself the hassle of cleaning it and just do this by hand, like a fucking caveman. But I mean, that's all good, right? Not everybody has one of those KitchenAids. I just got it and I barely used it because I don't want to clean it. I mean, it kind of doesn't really make sense now, does it? All right, so now that we have our beef and bison all mixed up, what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna form that into a little bit of a log here and make 3 roughly even servings here. let's see. There we go. So I have about a half pound of each, so these are going to be roughly a third of a pound, I believe. This one feels a little tiny bit bigger. Then what we're going to do is we are going to just form them into patties. Now what I like to do, what you can do is you can make a thicker patty and get it in, like do the little tiny hole to make it not plump too much. I just like to make a flat burger sometimes. So what this does is this will shrink up. It takes less time to cook. This will shrink up and it'll get to roughly what you want in the size of a burger patty. So there we go. That's what that looks like. Look at that, it's nice and thin. So what's gonna happen there, when I put that on the grill, that's gonna shrink down to about the size of our buns. Because the buns are not huge, right? And we don't want these to be huge burgers. Actually, that might not have been a half pound of beef. Maybe a little less, I didn't weigh it. I probably should have weighed it. Do we care? Nah, bye, we don't care. Get those flattened out. There we go. And those are ready to go out on the grill, boys. So we're gonna grill that. We're gonna toast our buns on the grill, cut up a little lettuce and tomato, and then we're gonna put it all together. We'll be back soon. Perfect. All right, boys, so we're back. I got the grill going. I'm gonna wait till that gets up to temperature. We got our patties there. You can count them, 1, 2, 3, boys. That's grade 1 math. I'm assuming you got that. I hope. We got a little bit of lettuce and tomato cut too. So I'm gonna do how we're gonna stack it up. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab a little bit of cheese too. So I'm gonna get some cheddar cheese and just kind of sprinkle that on just to get a little tiny bit of extra flavor in that. So we're gonna do the beef, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the lettuce and tomato on top of it to keep in between the lobster salad and the beef. So hopefully the lobster salad doesn't get too warm. So that's the idea here, is because you want to have it kind of like a lobster roll on top of it, and you don't want it to get too hot because lobster roll not really supposed to be hot. So I'm gonna go out and grill these, put a little bit of cheese on them, toast our bun, and then I'll be right back and put it all together. Perfect. All right, guys. So I just flipped the burgers. So what I'm doing is I cooked them probably 2 minutes, and then turn, and then 2 minutes, and then flip, so that you get those nice crisscross char marks on it. I'll show you that when we come in. In the interim, what I did is I took our Bold and Smoky. Yeah, I buy that by the 2-liter jug. Why not? I go through it. I might need another one soon, and this one's full. Walk around. With some ketchup, I did about half and half. I got my lettuce and tomato all chopped up. We're ready to go. My bun is chopped, so I'm gonna take that and go pop it on the grill there now. I'm gonna wait until I turn these burgers for the last time, then I'm gonna get some cheese on there. Then we're gonna hit the bottom of this bun with that sauce. We're gonna hit the top of that bun with this grainy mustard. Then we're eating, boys. Perfect. All right, boys. This is it. We got our buns toasted. We got our lettuce and tomato. We got our burgers cooked. Look at those. Let me see if I can get one of those up there. So you can see like the char marks we got on that nice crisscross pattern there. Sorry, it's burning my fingers, it's still hot. We got our cheese melted on one of those bad boys. So we are gonna hit the bottom of our bun with that barbecue and ketchup mix. There we go. Then we are gonna hit that with our cheesy boy. There we go. I used the extra old cheddar on that, the aged cheddar. Oh, yes please. Get our lettuce and tomato on there. Unorthodox, I know. And then we're gonna get our lobster filling here. We're basically just gonna make it right on top of that tomato. We're gonna use that tomato like a little plate for it. So I had some set aside for a lobster roll after. Not today, but after, you know. Then we're gonna hit the top of that burger with our grainy mustard. We don't wanna overdo it. We just wanna do a little bit just to get that texture and that tang of the, oh, she fell right off. Good laugh. All right, boys. Well, she's time to eat. Crush that down and see what we're dealing with here. That's a good bite. You get the you get that bison flavor through and through. I didn't go heavy on the barbecue or the ketchup as to not overwhelm. You get that lobster in there with the mayonnaise. A little bit of mustard coming through. A little bit of that hot pepper. Fuck by. Guys, that's a whole different creature right there. Holy shit. This is just changing the way I look at life. Damn. That's good. That's good. That's going in the mix, boys. That's going into a rotation. Yeah. That's up there. This is one of the best burgers I ever made. Holy fuck. That's deadly. All right, boys. Give this a shot. Let me hear from you. Love to hear from you. One thing. Don't be going home hungry.